Hello and welcome to Hit the Rewind, where I deconstruct lyrics from songs and give appreciation to wise wordsmiths. I'm your host, the diabolical daredevil of the double entendre, AJ Bayman, and today we'll be going through another one of my songs from my album, Renee's Vision Marks Wisdom, entitled Truthfully Speaking. I don't know how I feel about that intro. Whatever. So all of my music is really truthful and really personal. So I don't just be writing songs just to write them. Most of the time I'm talking about things that I've gone through, places that I've been, things I've seen, ways that I've felt. I think probably the best way to write is to try to explain something to someone else in a way that it almost feels like when they're listening to it, it's kind of like like a good book. Like, you can sort of visualize what the person is saying. You can visualize what they're, what's happening, what they're going through. Almost like, you can almost smell the same air. You can really picture yourself in that moment. And so, writing Truthfully Speaking was really just another honest moment for me, because I'm just writing about, just all of the things that I do, or like the thoughts that I be having that may seem at the time like maybe nobody else has those thoughts or goes through that stuff. But whether they do or not, it's happened to me. So like the first verse, I'm saying y'all bear with me. The first verse, I'm saying sometimes I pray and sometimes I don't, and I can't make excuses no more because I do what I want. And I'm saying, and what I'm meaning is that I'm clearly slacking off. I'm clearly not doing the things that you would need to do to maintain your salvation. It's not happening. And so, but I also am at a place where I know that I can't make excuses, because you figure out a way to do the things that you want to do. That's just, it is what it is. So, there are times, obviously, where things are beyond your control, but a lot of the things that we do, we're able to, do, or, based on the way that we prioritize things. And so I'm saying I can't make any excuses because I do what I want. What it all comes down to is I gotta live what I write in my songs. And then I go on to say, I might not live right, but sometimes I may. But I thought I'd still make it in because I sing and play. Man. So sometimes in being a musician or a singer, and I know that other musicians and singers may be able to identify this, but I'm explaining it to you all. Just sometimes you feel like because you're doing a certain thing that it, particularly in church, that it kind of, it sort of holds your spot. I can't think of the word that I really want to use, but it kind of holds your spot. And so, because you're not doing X, Y, and Z, but you are doing T, U, and V, that means that it cancels out. And so, I think, So in a way, you almost feel like you're above reproach because of the work that you're doing in the church, but you're not, and so you're choosing to ignore the work that needs to be done on yourself. So it's like, like I'm singing and I'm playing, like, you know what I mean? Like I should be good. Like I'm straight as long as I'm able to go up there and be anointed, or I am able to go up there and do, do whatever it is that, that I need to do. But that's a terrible mindset to be in. A really bad one. One that I think that, if we're real with ourselves, you know what I mean? Like it's easier to get there than we are sometimes willing to let on. But I had to get out of that place. Thinking that just because I was singing and playing, like that stuff, it don't have nothing to do with salvation necessarily. Like you can't get into heaven by association. So you know what I mean? Like I would have been trying to make it in because my parents. So it's like, like you go somewhere and somebody that knows somebody, and so you kind of slide in. You're able to slide in based on somebody else's recommendation, but nobody can give you a recommendation to get into heaven. Like you have to follow the instructions and able to get there. So me, it was like, having it doesn't matter that, my parents are saved or that I'm around other people that are saved. It's me needing to go and be living that life, regardless of what other people are doing. Like I said, you can't, like you can't, like there's not gonna be, like, oh, like I don't know Jesus, but my man in them is close to him. So, like I'm gonna just slide in when they walk through the gates. I'm gonna just, and I'm good. And that's what I meant. So I'm saying I might not live right, but sometimes I thought to make it in because I sing and play. And I know what that sounds like, but I had to realize myself, it's not okay. And I did. And then, so the chorus is saying, I'm going crazy, straight up out my mind, I need you. Help me escape, please. Walking like I'm blind, can't see you. So I don't know where I'm going, but I'm reaching to feel out your love. And so, you know what I mean? Like, and so because of all these things that are going on with me, I'm like, I find myself, looking for God. When you be on the outside or doing stuff that you ain't supposed to be doing and you want to get back, sometimes you don't know how to get back. And so it's kind of like a situation where you feel like you're blind and you're just feeling around to see, like, I don't know where you are, but but I'm reaching out. I'm doing, I'm doing what I know to do to sort of reach out to you, you being God. And so, don't know where I'm going, but I'm reaching to feel out your love. And so, my second verse I'm going on to say, already felt myself slipping, so I fell on my face. Brought my struggles to the altar. I'm tired of my ways. I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory, but just to say, already felt myself like I was already slipping. I was messing up anyway, so I fell on my face. That being in prayer, brought my troubles to the altar. So I'm tired of my ways, and I realize on what I'm saying. I ain't nothing but a sinner, but I'm so glad I'm saved by His grace. Made it to the altar. I'm praying. I know I don't deserve what it is that I'm asking for, that being forgiveness. But everybody's has sinned, and so I'm just thankful for grace. And then I'm saying, he loved me even through all my flaws, and he waited for me when I ignored his calls. And so I was, it's like you know that God is calling you. He's calling you to better. He's calling you to greater, or from wherever you are, and and it's like somebody calling you on the phone. You see, like their number pop up, and you just keep on hitting ignore. Like, what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm gonna hit you when I get a chance, but bam, like I'm busy right now. Let me, bam, let me do my thing. Like, like you keep calling, like I'm, swipe over that little red button. And so, so. And he waited for me when I ignored his calls, sent out all his love and forgave me when I didn't deserve to have it at all. And I mean, we all have that story. Oh man, it's a good thing that God is not like, that God is not like us. For that song, like, oh, what if God was one of us? I'm glad he's not, because, oh man, that would not be for the best. Not in my case anyway. I don't know. Maybe it would have been, maybe you guys are better than me. But yeah, saying when I didn't deserve to have it at all, he still gave it to me. He still gave me grace. He still gave me an opportunity to get salvation, to be able to seek him. So the last verse is a rap verse. So I'm saying, part-time Christians shouldn't have positions. Part-time Christians shouldn't have positions. Switching teams is kind of cavalier, the decision. And this is me, I'm just talking about me. I'm saying, and part-time Christians, that being me, shouldn't have positions. And that's, it don't matter who you are, what you're doing. If you're part-time, you have so many, there's more important things for you to be dealing with other than the title that you hold, or whatever position that you have. So I'm saying part-time Christians shouldn't have positions. Switching teams is kind of cavalier, the decision. Sounds like a LeBron reference. So switching teams is kind of cavalier, the decision. And I'm not trying to make my life seem like what it isn't. The person that I want to be is way off in the distance. So I don't want to be a hypocrite. So, I don't want to make my life seem like something that it's not. So it always plays a factor into, especially when you're not 100% in, is, you should feel like that. You shouldn't feel comfortable, saying one thing and doing another. So I'm saying that the person that I want to be is way off in the distance, but I'm trying to be different. But because I'm double-minded, the life I'm living now can't pass what I left behind it. And so what I'm supposed to have gotten past, I can't ever not think about it. I can't never get rid of it, seemingly, because I can't distance myself from it, because I'm constantly in the same cycle. So I think that I'm going away, and I circle back, and I keep on circling back. And so, that just tells, that's telling of the direction, that I'm going in that state. So I'm trying to be different, but because I'm double-minded, the life I'm living now can't pass what I left behind it. So what I'm searching for, ain't no wonder why I can't find it, because I'm not on the right road. So what I'm searching for, ain't no wonder why I can't find it. If I was faithful to God, I wouldn't need to be reminded. And what I was saying is I'm going in circles. If I was faithful to God, I wouldn't need to be reminded of the direction that I need to go in. I would be following him. And so I would be going in the direction that he would have me to go in. But because I'm not where I'm supposed to be, I'm just wandering around in circles, like I said, and I'm clearly not on the path. And so I'm frustrated. And so I'm saying, I've been through some things that should have killed me. Yeah, I've been through some things. Well, at another time, I can sort of delve into that a little bit. But just saying, I've been through some things that should have killed me. Claimed that I was clean, but saw myself, I was filthy. So I was saying that I was one way, and I was cool with that. But then actually seeing myself, actually seeing where I'm at is like, I'm just disgusted because, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't realize that I was that far away and that I looked totally different than the way that I saw myself in my mind. Like, I was watching The Matrix, and so like when they brought Neo into the real world, and then they and then they put him in like the training program, he looked different. So when he's in the real world, he didn't have no hair, like his hair was short, his eyebrows was just growing in, so he looked, but then when they put him in the computer program, he looked like what his brain saw him as. You know what I'm saying? And so like with me, it was like I was seeing what my brain saw, what my brain was thinking that I was, but I really wasn't that. And so when I'm saying claim that I was clean and then saw myself, I was filthy, rightfully accused. And I told the judge I was guilty. And so it was like, when I really found out where I was at and I could see it, I wasn't trying to make no excuses. I wasn't trying to, be like, nah, that wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? Like, or not fully acknowledge where I was, just because I was ashamed. You know what I mean? Like, so rightfully accused. That's like, I said I was guilty. I had to go back to God and be like, yo, like, nah, like this is where I've been. I know that he saw it. It's like, I know you saw it, but you know what I mean? Like, I need to acknowledge this because this is not where I want to be anymore. I'm telling you where I'm at. I just want to put it all out there, and I want to be able to come back and really live, and really live a better life. And so rightfully accused, I told the judge I was guilty, and he told me that's what I was and no longer what I will be. And so it's like, you think sometimes that you've done so much that you can't even come back to God, because once you realize that he had to watch you do all of the things that you knew that you weren't supposed to be doing, it's like, yo, how can I come back after that? But he, but he said that's what I was. That's what you were. But that's no longer what you're gonna be. And then I say, to be transparent, I was surprised that he took me back. To be transparent, I was surprised that he took me back. Sheesh. That's real. That's real. I legit felt like I had done too much, and there was no way that I was going to be able to get back on the path that he wanted me to be on. But I was wrong. So to be transparent, I was surprised that he took me back. Became the capital of my territory to state the facts. And so that's just me doing like wordplay stuff. So became the capital of my territory to state the facts. States have capitals, get it, whatever. Numbers don't lie, and I definitely didn't fake my stats. Like I said, I was honest about where I was, where I've been, and what I've been doing. But today I'm saved. and my title couldn't make me that. So, saying just because I was, I had that title, like that didn't make me saved. That, you know what I mean? Like, I'm still in a state of mind, a state of being where I'm just like not, that I shouldn't have been in. And so, through going through this lesson that I learned that I'm talking about in this song is that, like regardless of what my title was or the position that I held, it didn't make me exempt from falling away. It didn't make me, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get Jesus, when you get Jesus and you get him inside of you, like you don't turn into Jesus. You hold on to the Jesus that, that's inside of you. And so, you know what I mean? Like, so a lot of times people tend to like sort of deify leadership and make it seem as if they're not human too, and as if they don't go through things too, and that they don't struggle with things too. But we do. And the point, is that, regardless of who people think you are or whoever you're supposed to be, you know where you are. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to take a hard look at yourself and, you know what I'm saying? Like, and really be about maintaining your own salvation first. Because like I said, today I'm saved, but my title couldn't make me saved. Only Jesus could do that. And so that's truthfully speaking. So that's it. Thanks for listening.